So thanks for stopping by my channel. It's been a minute. It's been a while actually since I posted an actual video. I think I did a couple unboxing videos. But I mean, I'll get more into that later because I kind of talk through as I'm doing this look. But if you want to see how I got this look and the products I used, I will link them below, but you could just keep watching. So I already have my foundation, my face done. I had my foundation, my concealer, and I did my eyebrows. That's why they look so dark. Let's jump into it. So as I said in the intro, I'm going to use the Jaclyn Hill palette. I've just been super busy and I got this when it came out. I just haven't had time to play with it. It's crazy. Like, we had family in town. Like, my husband's family came, and then he went out of town, and then I went out of town, and then my family came, and then one of my colleagues had to leave town unexpectedly, so I had to fill in for him at work. So I was working like crazy long days, like it's just more than I normally do. So a 10-11 hour day was just, you know, for what did I do, a week. And then I had to cover for another guy. So I've been working a lot. So anyway, I just haven't had time to play with this like I've wanted to. So I thought I would just sit down and do, I don't know, this chatty tutorial with you guys. And I really want to play with this purple color. So I'm really thinking I'm going to use that. Yeah, so let's just jump into it. So I'm going to use, gosh, this is crazy. So I wish they would just take the time just to put like print the colors underneath the thing instead of me trying to look at this little paper and figure it out. MFEO, whatever. I think I'm just gonna point to them because if you have the palette, you know, you'll see, whatever. So I'm just gonna dip into that. I think I'm gonna put this down in front of me. I'm like out of sorts. I haven't filmed in so long, it seems. So I'm just gonna do that all over the lid or my eye, whatever. This is technically your lid. This is the upper lid. So I'm just gonna do this all over as my transition color to set a nice base for everything, so I can go in with those darker colors and they can blend easier. I wonder if I should zoom in a bit. Let's see. Should I zoom you guys in? I mean, leave comments below. Let me get in all up in my eyes. Is that better? I don't know. What am I doing? Okay, back to it. So yeah, so anyway, so I've just been like super busy with work and family coming to town, and I was finally like, hey, to my husband, I was like, we've been doing so much. I was like, it just seems like every weekend has been filled with something else. So I was like, I think we really need a family weekend. I was like, we really need to just chill out, like us. Just our family. So anyway, so that meant no filming, you know, just hanging out, doing our thing. I'm gonna go in with this color. And I'm using, I don't know, this is one of Morphe's, the white and copper brushes, but see how it's tapered? It's a smaller tapered brush. So I'm gonna dip into that color. Get my little mirror here. I really like this mirror on this little Cargo HD. I got this in, was it a BoxyCharm? I think it was a BoxyCharm box. I like the highlighter, but I like the mirror. So it's a win-win situation. Okay. So I'm gonna put this in the crease and just work on this color a bit and blend it inward. I'm gonna bring it down a little bit. kind of bring it out. As you start to drag the color in and it gets less product out here, that's when you can kind of bring it down this way to make a bit of that V shape. And then just blend it in. So all I'm doing is using darker colors, layering them so they have a nice gradient effect. So you're just not putting one dark harsh color. So I'm kind of just going right there and then dragging it in a little to give that crease a little more depth. Same thing, other side. So yeah, I wish, you know, I really would love to film more. Like, it was ridiculous, like these long days, and I, you know, kudos to anybody that works 10, 11, 12-hour days. It just makes for a really long day, but when you do that for like 7 days, I mean, it wasn't in a row, well, I mean 2 days and a weekend, and then that, it just makes for a long day, that's all. Long week. So see that? I'm just gonna drag this up. Can y'all see my 5 o'clock brows? I swear, I've said this in other videos, I have like 5 o'clock shadow brows or something, I don't know. Like, I can pluck them, I can wax them, and I kid you not. Like, hours later, I feel like they're growing again. Like, I mean, come on. You can see my arm. I got hair, I don't know. So, anyway, see that? If you want, you can go back in with that first brush you used and just lightly blend across the top. You know, so there's no harsh line there. You can, you don't have to, you may have blended enough there. And you know, you can use any colors you want. I'm just using this palette because I bought it and I want to play with it. You know, but if you have any of these colors, I'm basically just taking a light brown to a darker brown and kind of working it that way. So I think what I want to do next, I want to see how this purple color applies. So let's see. You know, I put all these brushes here and I'm like, okay, that's what I'm gonna use, and then I feel like what I want is never right there in front of me. So let's see, I might have to put, I don't know, let me just see. And I find if I tip back a little bit, like if I'm this way, like I don't have a lot of lid space showing, and I already have like not a lot of lid space anyway because I have, you know, a degree of hooded eye. So if I look up like that, I can get more of my lid. Alright, well, we're gonna play with this and build this up a bit. So any, you know, color, any purple color that you have, I guess that doesn't have to be this palette. It's just gonna take, it's gonna take some work, take a little bit of time. This isn't like a quick look. So if you're in a hurry, don't do this. Like, I would not do this in the morning when I'm getting ready for work. It is a pretty color. I'm going to do something else out here to darken up, and I'm going to do a different color on the inner. So we're just going to do that for now. And then I'm going to do the other side. Same thing. contacts drive me crazy. Oh my gosh, so like I heard the craziest thing. Okay, so when I am on my way to work, there is a radio station and they usually feature like 3 different stories of stuff that's happened, like, I don't know, in the last week in the news or whatever. And they're from all over, so they report all these different things. And the other day, they were talking about this lady who was like, gosh, I think she was like 67. So 67 to me is not old because, I mean, I see a lot of like 90-some-year-olds. So 67, I'm like, hey, you're still young. But anyway, you know, and that's all relative, you know, to that person, you know, whether they have health issues or whatever else. So don't think too much into what I'm saying. But anyway, this 67-year-old apparently like lost her contact lenses. Like, how do you lose your contact lenses? Well, apparently she was supposed to have cataract surgery, and I know that like when you have cataracts, they have to watch the cataract, and it has to be like a certain size or like something major, like something else major has to be going on for them to remove it at that point. So anyway, so you know, I don't know to the degree of the size of her cataract or any extent like that. They were just, you know, touching on it a little bit. But they were like, hold on, I think I'm gonna wet this. They were like, oh yeah, so she lost her contact lenses. I don't have my Fix Plus, so I'm just gonna use my Kat Von D Lock It setting spray to wet this, and we'll see what happens. I don't know where my, it's probably in my other, where I have all my stuff. Anyway, so this lady like lost her contact lenses, and I'm like, okay, how do you lose your contact lenses? Anyway, she went to the eye doctor for like her preliminary cataract surgery, whatever, and they were like, you know, they were checking her eyes obviously, and they were like, what the heck is on your eye? Like, they saw this blue mass. So upon further examination, they found out that she had like 10 or 17 pairs of contact lenses, like one on top of the other, on top of the other, on top of the other. So whether she thought she was putting her contacts in and then like forgetting and then putting another pair in, like I couldn't even imagine. Like I have contacts in right now and I'm like, how do you put another pair on top of that pair on top of another pair? And I don't even know if it was only in the eye that had the cataract, but still, like I don't even understand. So I think they sent her to like the hospital or something, and I think they found like another like 10 or 17 vice versa, because it ended up being like 27. It was something ridiculous. I don't think it was 17. I think it was like 27 contact lenses on her eye. Like, that's crazy. That is so crazy to me. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, that poor lady, for one. Like, that poor lady. We should leave it like this. What? Just kidding. Okay, let's go in. I'm gonna use the Morphe E17 brush. See how it's like tapered. I love this brush. And I'm gonna go in first with this color. Yeah, this color here. I'm gonna dab it. It's like my daughter's favorite thing to do, dab. I'm going to dab that on the outer corner. And then I'm going to take that same brush that I have for the crease, and I'm going to blend that out. But you see I'm staying more on the top part of the crease. And I'm probably going to have to touch up that purple right there. That's just kind of blending it. So yeah, could you imagine having like 27 pairs of contacts? I mean, I can't even imagine having more than one. Like, I don't understand. Poor thing, the poor lady. And then they went on, I mean, the stories they tell on this radio, like, are ridiculous. Like, seriously. Like, this stuff happens. Let's not brush it on. I want something fluffy. So you can blend out that top part. Here we go. This is looking a little harsh. You can see there's a little purple transfer there. We'll fix that. You can just touch it up a bit. Yeah. What were the other funny? There were like so many ridiculous stories. Oh, there was a couple that the girl like got mad at the guy and he proceeded to fall asleep. Whenever I guess they were in the middle of a fight and he decided he was gonna fall asleep and she got quite annoyed with that. I'm gonna go in with this color here. She got quite annoyed with that and decided to catch his crotch on fire. Like she legitimately set his crotch on fire. And then, because she set it on fire, she then apparently felt bad. I'm gonna put this on the inner. She apparently then felt bad and proceeded to put it out with a bucket of urine. What's a bucket? Why do you have a bucket of urine? Like, I don't understand. So they're like making a to-do about this, you know, everybody on the radio station's like, oh my gosh, you know, why a bucket of urine? And then they're like, who has a bucket of urine? And come to find out, they were like, it wasn't just one bucket. Like, they had multiple buckets of urine. And they were like, why? And apparently they lived, this color's really pretty. Apparently they lived with one of the, like the guy or her, one of their parents, and they decided that they didn't want to disturb the parents by going upstairs, like they lived in their basement. They didn't want to disturb them every time they had to go to the bathroom. So they decided to pee in buckets in the basement. So she had multiple buckets that she could have dumped on him to put his crotch out. Like, they didn't explain anymore. Like, I don't know how it ended, or I don't know any more than that. But I was like, okay. And I'm just gonna brush this over, up and around. Darken that up a bit. So I'm going to take this color down here and put between, where'd it go? Keep that purple brush out, and I'm going to put that between the purple and the lighter color just to have it blend. So it doesn't look quite so harsh. We'll see. layering these colors, they seem to work pretty well. They layer nicely. So, yeah, I get a kick out of listening to these stories. There was another story about a guy that broke into... I'm going to go back in with that very first transition color and put that under. Broke into a house in Key West, and I don't know if it was like... I don't know what it was, but they made it seem like a very large house. So anyway, this guy broke into this house in Key West and then decided that I'm gonna go in with that second color that I put like in the crease. Blend that in down here. I'm just using the same brush cause I can. I'm not gonna go back into that lighter color, so it is okay. Anyway, so he broke into this house. Apparently can't talk and do two things at once. This is my train of thought. He broke into this house and was like drinking beer and whatever else, and then he decided to call the cops because he didn't know how to get out of the house. Like, what? Like crazy. I don't know. I don't know if the house was like that big. I think they said, you know, obviously alcohol and or drugs were involved. Obviously. So, crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Let's see. I'm gonna go back in with the color that I used on the inner corner on this pencil brush. I'm gonna bring that down. And put it in the inner corner. Then bring it across just a little bit, just to lighten that up. Different. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my mascara and apply lashes, and I'll be right back. So there's that. I used the Tarte lashes in Sweetheart, and I just used the Balm eyeliner and just did a wing liner. And then I used my Nars cream colored. I believe it's Ru Bonaparte. Everything has rubbed off, but I love this eyeliner for underneath, just to open it up a bit because it is darker. A darker look. I think I'll just go ahead and finish off my face. I've been using this lately. It's summertime. It's beautiful color. So I'm just gonna use this bronzy color. Oh, come on now. Peel that off. Just to warm up my skin a bit. I don't even know what I was talking about. I think I was talking about, ew. It looks like super dirty, this mirror. I'll go back to my other mirror. Talking about those crazy stories. I'm just gonna warm up the face. And this is a MAC brush, 135. Can we talk about, okay, so, you know, I'm all about the cruelty-free and trying to maintain that. I have this brush, I'm going to use it, you know, I already have it. And I know Mac's not cruelty free, right? So I don't want to hear any comments. I know. I haven't bought anything from them for a long time, but anyway, so do you guys follow Benefit Cosmetics on Instagram? Because if you do, oh my gosh, that post yesterday, woo-wee, that had people hot. Like, I was just reading the comments, like, underneath of it. I don't know if you guys haven't seen it. It was something, and I don't know the whole thing with the daddy issues, if that's, like, another account, and they just had them, you know, Benefit was like, hey, just do up an ad for us, and that's what they put on. But it was basically an ad with a girl, like, she's way, I don't know. It's a terrible ad. I haven't seen anything today, like I haven't seen any response from Benefit, but it's just something about the next morning. Don't you wish your concealer could erase more than just dark circles? Like, I don't know, I'm not gonna say anymore. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, just, I don't know, leave it alone. Leave it alone. I'm just gonna put that on my cheeks. See that? Let's see. Good thing I put, oh no. So, lots of fallout. I'm just gonna try to get a fluffy brush and brush this away. That one's pretty dense. I don't know. I don't know if you guys can see, like right here, I have a little bit of purple. A little bit of purple here. Let me finish my blush. Yeah. I'm not going anywhere, so I'm not super like up in arms about it. But I did put, what was I using? I did set my under eye with the Locket setting powder from Kat Von D in translucent. So I thought I had enough there to brush that away, but apparently not. Apparently not. There's just a little bit right here. Well, I can't tell. I mean, like when I'm up like this, I can see it. I can't tell. You can't see it too much from far away, so I don't know. Whatever. And then I'm going to use the highlighter. The highlight color. You know, with the other highlighters from Too Faced, yeah, the heart ones, and everybody's like, oh, they're terrible once you get through the layer. I thought that about this glowing peach palette. When I first used it, I was like, oh gosh, that does not show up on my skin, but I had to scratch down through the initial like surface layer to really get to the goods. And it really is a pretty highlighting and contouring face palette. Choose the color. It is nice. So if you are having that problem and you're like, this thing's crap, just scratch down to the surface a little bit. I'll go highlight on my nose. Oh, way too crazy. Cupid's bow. Bam. Do you see that? Do you see that? That's what it's about, folks. That's what it's about. Oh gosh, that just scared me. It must have been a fuzzball. Like I saw something out of the corner of my eye and I thought it was a spider and I was getting ready to jump up out of my seat. I think it was just a fuzzball. Because you know I have lots of dogs. And you know, as much as I want to vacuum and do all these things, it doesn't it doesn't go away. I could vacuum and within 5 minutes my floor will have quite a bit of dog hair on it. I'm gonna use this Essence lipstick in Porcelain Doll. Oops, wrong way. And then I think I'm gonna use the Too Faced Sweet Peach. I know this is not a sponsored video, like I busted this stuff out because all week when I was working and I was like, I can't do a video, and I was like, oh, I would just go in and like go through my makeup and just to make me feel a little better. This is in Peach-sicle. Cause like I've said many times before, makeup is my happy place. So if I'm like, I had a long day, it's just a couple minutes in there going through my makeup and picking out different things. Makes me happy. I know, how like the world's smallest lips. I don't need comments about it, I think I know. So that is that. And lately I've been using the, let me try it off. You guys know me and my little travel sizes or whatever, my little testers. So I bought this a while back, and you know I love my Urban Decay the all-nighter setting spray. I have the chill one, I don't like it as much as the all-nighter, but I had this and I tried it and I was like, meh. So like I said, I was going through my makeup and I pulled both of them out, so I've been using a lot of my Kat Von D stuff. This should be the next thing I use. I'm so excited. I love Kat Von D's products. I love them. Like, she to me is like, she's wonderful. Like you know, she's on social media, you know what I see, like I follow Kat Von D Beauty and things like that, and she to me, as much as she's doing and as much as she has like blown up from being on Miami Ink and all of that stuff, and then having, you know, her own show, and now making, you know, doing the whole makeup thing and opening all these stores, like she doesn't get crazy with it. Like, to me, the way she portrays herself to the general public, she seems very humble within that, and I like it. It's not like she's like, hey, because of all you people buying my products, look, I live in like some $800 bajillion house and I drive some like $8 bajillion $100 car. Like, she's not like that. Like, I've seen that she's done like house tours and whatever else. I mean, I'm not all up in her business like that, so you know, you can leave a comment if she has done something that, I mean, I don't know, but just the general stuff that I do follow with her beauty stuff and everything else, she seems to me to be fairly humble about it, and she's not like, I don't know, she's just not over flaunting like her success, I guess you could say. That's how I see it. I don't know. Whatever, everybody's gonna have their own opinion about that, but that's just mine. So anyway, I love her products. Like, I have quite a few palettes of hers, and the Shade and Light Eye Palette's one of my favorites, so I'm super pumped to use this the glitter palette, but I don't know. And as you could probably see, I am in the phases of dyeing my hair. I talked about it in another video of mine. So it's a process because I have a lot of hair. So, yep, be working on it. So hopefully by the next time I do a video, it should have the color on. So stay tuned. If you like this video, leave a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. I don't know which side it's on. The bell used to be on that side, but I don't know if they changed things and put a button over there. I don't know, go that way. But Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Leave me comments below if there's something that you want to see that I haven't done. If you have any like suggestions or any palettes that you want to see, or any other type of video you might want to see from me. But as always, I appreciate you guys stopping by my channel. Thanks. Bye.